Hi, and welcome to this edition of Link to Logansport Schools. Today we're going to be talking about our music programs, which include choir, band, and dance. We believe in providing a ton of opportunities for our kids in Logansport Community Schools and in providing a comprehensive high school experience for our students. Many students have many different talents, and we like to make sure that we have activities for students to be involved in no matter what their interest. Our first guest today is Mrs. Gina Curl, the director of the Barriettes and our dance team here at Logansport High School. So Gina, what positive impact does dance have for Logansport Community School Corporation?
Well, I think that dance fills a need for all students that aren't necessarily involved in sports. This is their varsity sport, so not only is it an outlet for them to become more cultured, but to express their emotions, to give them something to do that they believe in, that builds character, and they have commitment, all those things. So I think that that helps them as a student. It can carry over into their studies because the arts is shown to have impact in the statistics on how well children do in school.
Tell us a little bit about your work in volunteerism in the community.
Well, the girls and I have come up with an idea. As long as we're going to ask people to come to the games and watch us perform or support us financially or with their time, then we think we should give back. So they volunteer for tons of things. They volunteer for Logan's Landing Green and Clean Day in the spring and in the fall. They do several things for the Parks Department, whether it's Boo Fest or their Winter Fest where they go paint children's face or read to them. We also do work with Area 5 for their winter parties and perform for them. So whenever somebody, right now they've kind of got a reputation for giving back, so I get phone calls probably monthly, weekly, asking them to volunteer for something, but they love it. And you can see them feel really great about what they did when there's a child that just looks up to them and then they've helped them or they've danced for them and they ask them questions. So we believe strongly about giving back, and the girls have bought into it, and I think that when they leave this program, they're going to give back to their community.
Mm-hmm. That's great, because I think oftentimes, I like to think that our kids learn a lot, whether it's in athletics or being in a club or in dance or choir. They learn so much more than just about that individual event that they're partaking in.
Absolutely. I always say too, and I say this every year, I do this dance recital, I say my goal is to not make your daughters better dancers but better young women, and that encompasses everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So they do learn a lot about, and I think that's education in itself.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Great. How much practice does your dance team put in?
Probably a lot more than people expect because we are year-round. We do football, basketball, competition, band stuff in the summer, so we are all seasons. And anywhere from 10 hours a week to 70 hours a month sometimes, so there's a lot of practice.
Wow, that's awesome. I bet I didn't realize they put in that much time. I knew they had to because they do such a great job.
Well, the routines are so intricate that when we go to competition, it makes a difference whether your hand is here or like this. It's that technical, and in order to get 18 to 20 girls doing the same, it takes a lot. But the great thing about it is they'll call the extra practices. I don't have to. This group of girls is just like, can we come in at 7 a.m. tomorrow? And I'm like, okay, let me get a babysitter, so then they, that's great. And I really love that they feel that passionate about it. You can see that when they perform.
You can, that's awesome. So what events do they participate in?
Like I said, we do basketball, we do football, we do with the band. We also go to Art on the Avenue. We are doing a performance, a surprise, we won't get into that, at Jazz Fest probably this year. Our competitions for Indiana High School Dance Team Association, and then various, we chose to do a Christmas program for Area 5 rather than the Christmas program for the school. We do it there, and then the parents can come watch there, but their idea was they'd rather entertain the little girls than their moms and dads, and I was like, great, we'll do that, and they have a really good time. Then all the kids make them a card, so that's just a little bit of what we're involved in.
I think that's great and I think so many times, I'm not sure that our high school students realize how much some of these little kids look up to them. I mean, they idolize them. They're like famous to these little kids.
Absolutely. Right now there's a group of girls that are working with 4 little girls from Franklin, and they're doing their talent show piece, and we ordered them costumes and they choreographed it, and I can't wait to go see them. They're doing a little tea party dance. So just the impact they had on those 4 little girls, you know, teaching them, it's a great thing.
And this year, didn't we have a little special event that the girls qualified for?
Oh yeah, nationals. We hope to again, but that's our goal. We've got our new team picked, and we're going to camp in the summer, and we'll see if we qualify again. So nationals in Florida. I was so nervous about taking that many girls and going out of state. It was great. I couldn't have asked for anything better for a first time.
And I think what a great experience for the kids to like see it. Okay, so now you've seen it for the first time and you really get a taste for, I want to go back and I want to do better.
Right, exactly. And the other thing is, like, I don't know whether people don't realize, but we're one of the top 10 teams in the state. And then you get a little bit like, oh, I'm good. But when they went to see the top 50 teams in the nation and see what they do, they were like, wow. But then they also were like, well, we can do that. We just need to work this much more or do this. And it was really good to get them to the next level.
Great. Well, thanks for all your efforts.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Mr. Zach Crowder is with us, and he is one of the newest pillars of our community, recognized last night by one of our top 10 students. She's a band student, so congratulations on that.
Thank you very much.
How does the band program positively impact students?
Well, we watch students come in starting when they're 12, 6th grade, and we find young children who are excited to learn but don't have all the skills that a full-grown adult does. So we watch them be disorganized and learn how to become organized and what it takes to do that and why that will help them. And then we watch them grow through the learning of music. It's another language that they learn, and to express themselves, not using words or hand motions or any other physical things, but through what they hear and what they can create. It has a great impact.
As I said earlier, you were a pillar last night, and we recognized our top 10 students, and at least 3 of those students were band students. So I think it says a lot about students being engaged in all kinds of activities in school, and that carrying over and making an impact on their academic careers also.
Absolutely. The dedication and the hard work that it takes to learn your instrument to a high level, and the understanding of how to work with other people are all characteristics that each student can use in all their classes. So we find that it really helps them.
Many people see the marching band and the pep band, but may not know about all of the other programs that take part and make up our band program. Could you tell us a little bit about the different groups involved in the band program and what events they participate in?
Sure. Actually, I'll start with the marching band. I'm starting the summer. Our students practice about 100 hours during the summertime out on the blacktop in the heat, preparing for the football games. Then in the beginning of the fall, we perform at the football games. We're part of the Veterans Day Parade, and we get into the basketball season, and we prepare for our own winter concert that we give in December. Once January rolls around, we have students getting ready for solo and ensemble competition, where they get to play by themselves and get judged by other band directors that help them individually, which I just find fantastic. Then we get ready for I skipped something way back. We actually have the pit band with the fall musical, and so we do that, and then the solo and ensemble. Then we get ready for our own spring competition, which we just had, which we received a gold rating at. So, and then once we get there, we get ready for commencement, and we start the next season. It's definitely a year-round process for us.
Well, and we've also had a lot of success, especially this year with the drum line.
Absolutely. How could I leave them out?
Yeah, they're one of the highlights, I think, of the program.
Absolutely. The drum line last 4 years has placed second, third, and second in state. We've been this close to getting right over that hump, but that happens in January as well. They start rehearsals and they have competitions all through March. I actually left out the jazz band that practices, and then they also outside of school, and then they also have their contest in March. So we're year round.
That's exciting. And it has to be rewarding for you to see some of these students, especially when they start with that summer band as 6th graders, and maybe, many of them have never even read music before.
Right.
And now to hear them and almost a year later, the progress that they've made just has to be so rewarding for you to say, oh, the fruits of my labor, are starting to pay off. They really sound like a band now.
Right.
We can understand their music and we can listen to it.
We can stand to listen to it.
Yeah.
Yes. It is very gratifying to see what you're helping to cultivate all the time, instead of pushing papers or other things that we could be doing. To actually watch them grow is fantastic.
And another thing that I think helps a lot. Okay.
Hold that train of thought.
I'll go on.
Okay, go ahead.
Another thing that I think, I think you need to be recognized for is, really since you've come to Logansport, you've really done a lot to build our band program back up to where it used to be. And, it's so gratifying going to the football game and seeing the marching band out there and then just listening to them play. I mean, they're just top quality sound and in all aspects. Whenever I go to a program, and I just feel so proud to say those are our Logansport High School kids, and you've done a great job, I think, in building that. The kids love Mr. Crowder, and they love to be in band, and they like to be a part of that, which is so important to building a program. It's just like building a football team or a basketball team or anything else like that. You have to have a program that kids want to be in, and I think you've done a really good job at doing that. And also you've had a lot of support, I think, along the way. We have I think we would say a very active music booster program that's come up with some really great ideas on how to support the music programs and really help advocate for that.
Well, we have been helped in many ways by many different people. First, I want to say I appreciate that you said that. Thank you. I came with an idea, a preconceived idea of what I wanted the program to be. And then when I came here, I realized what the program was many years ago. And so I tried to incorporate what the community's expectations are and what we have been in the past with my expectations, and then this is where we've come to in 5 years. So I've really enjoyed watching the growth, but I had to build relationships with the students, and then I had to bring them good knowledge, and so that's what we're trying to do every day.